Always something. So sorry about that. I am on BitBoy today at 11:30 to 11:45. Just want to make that really clear. Always something. You know what I'm doing is I'm trying to do the intro. When I do the intro, it seems to be putting out 2 outros. So I seem to have to mute my mute output, but then I have to unmute it, and I have it right there waiting, honey bun. On my mother's bureau, I said 3 times. Doing damage mugs, bum.
Here we go.
Get water out of here. I don't want that here.
Yep.
Can I have the lemon that was next to it, please?
Yes.
A brand new lemon was next to the glass. Thank you. You gotta direct these people.
Watch it.
You gotta direct these people over there. They don't know how to work. Hey. Don't tell me what to do on my show. So I'm putting the lemon into the water, all right? Putting the lemon into the water. That was Miss BB, me and the wonderful Miss BB, the CRYPTOLIFER. Shout out to everybody here. Let's get that lemon water going. Let's feel gracious and wonderful. Start our morning off right, baby. Let's do it. And you know we got Marv, the capacifluxitator. The capacifluxitator. My computer, baby. Down in the bottom left. You can see my computer down in the bottom left. Love that, baby. All the way down there in the far corner of the screen. That thing is a beast. And it's bringing you these beautiful graphics at the speed of light. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. It's amazing. It's an amazing day. God woke us all up to have a beautiful day. Now, the market's been insane, right? The movement in the market has been absolutely ridiculous. We're going to go over it. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to break it down. If you're in my trading group, I was saying, hey, be careful, right? We're going to wait for that CPI data to come out. Then we're going to watch the dust settle to look for some schlongs or some shorts or something, you know. Now, you don't really care where the market is. Is the lemon water intro cut new? It is, yeah. Get it, baby. Good morning, my man. Day 36 on the lemon water for your boy. Let's go. You have waited new AMD CPUs coming out this month. Yeah, but you don't want the new ones. You don't want the new ones because right when the new ones come out, they have issues. You never want to buy the new CPU that just comes out. It's not a good look. You want to give it 6 months to a year. You never want to buy the brand new CPU. Not smart. So yeah, I didn't want to wait. Also, my computer was 5 years old. For someone to tell you you're going to wait for the next thing to come out in 6 months, like what they had out was way better than what I had 5 years. And I'm going to go another 5 years. So I shouldn't have waited. Completely disagree. And I think you're obnoxious for saying that. And I get to say that if you got to say that. I'm just messing around, though. You buy a new computer when you need it. Exactly. Just like a car. She works. You are blessed. Appreciate her. I appreciate her more than you would ever know. I kiss her feet in the floor that she walks on. Don't you even know? I bless that woman with every single breath of my voice. When I bought 5800 on release day, had 0 issues with my man. Always hate, yeah. Let's move on, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for harassing me for my computer buy. I appreciate it. Well, you want to keep it up for a little while or you want to move on? Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. Don't be jealous that I got an AMD W6800 Pro, all right? Don't be jealous of my $2,000 graphics card, all right? Come on now. So we know, BB's in charge. Sam is the hired help. JK, we love you both so much, man. Shout out to Roddy Robinson. And he's pretty spot on with that idea. My wife is the boss. I am just the hired help. That's it. So look, you have swing up to swing up here. And you got swing down to swing down there. All right. You could use it here too. No. Really can't. You'd have to I'd have to go against my rules as divergence. So look, we barely have it. We barely have some bullish divergence here. It's pretty weak. It's almost hidden bullish. Isn't that weird? Swing down with that swing up. It's almost a bit of a hidden bullish, but I honestly can't even give it hidden bullish divergence. Unless you cut off this middle section, which I've never done and I don't agree with. So, with that being said, I cannot condone that behavior. So, why I'm on the 1 minute chart when Bitcoin moves fast and furiously, you must use the smaller time frames to understand where price may go. Okay? That's what you must do. All right? So, you don't use the smaller time frames because you want to. You use the smaller time frames because you have to. All right? And that's what it is. I don't use what I want to use. I use what I have to use. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let me adjust myself here. Make sure I'm ready to go over here. So, Bitcoin, 22,240. Where is the pain? Are we done yet? Well, we're going to look at multiple time frames. We're going to break it down. Right now, I'm looking at the 1 hour. It did bounce. It has this tiny inverted shoulder, head, and a shoulder here, attempting to break to the upside. Can we get it? Can we get it? 4th down, 7 and 1. Back to pass. No, I'm just messing with you. So, and right here we're sitting at heavy resistance in this high volume node. It is interesting. I talk about the VRVP. We went over in my trading group that there was bearish divergence on the 1 hour and the 15. We'll break that down in a second. And I was still seeing that we could probably bounce. The 7-minute was showing signs of life. It was really strange. The 7-minute wanted to pump here. And then out of nowhere, we just got rejected. It did show a bearish divvy, though. You had swing down to swing down quickly with a quick swing up. A bearish divvy was caught. It's interesting how everyone was like, well, that was manipulation. That was market data, CPI. But there was bearish divergence playing out earlier this morning that I did bring up on my morning update. If you're in my trading group, you get updates just like the updates you get every single morning on Saturday and Sunday morning. So if you want to know what it's like in my trading group, head on over to my updates on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Check those out. You're going to get updates like that every single day. Daily closes, midweek, middle of the day, depending on my schedule most of the time. You're going to get 3 to 4, sometimes even 5 video updates that are about 5 to 10 minutes long. And they explain exactly what I'm seeing in the market, the levels that I'm watching, ideas, tips, and tricks, and their teaching moments, because every single update is basically a tutoring session because I'm showing you different ideas and support and resistance and things that are just kind of you may want to focus on to help you accelerate to the next level. So that's what I do. And I do it for a living every single day, and a lot of people love it. I get a lot of testimonials, a lot of love, and many, many people throughout the world have nothing but beautiful things to say about the CryptoLifer. And so thank you. The people have responded to me for the last 2.5 years, and they've given me a great resume. They've given me a great rapport. So shout out to the people. The people have spoken, and the people have labeled me the man, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And I label each and every one of you the greatest on earth. Thank you so much. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell, and let me know where you are in the world. Where you are. Let me know where you're at. Where are you in the world? Let's do a little roll call. Where are you? I want to know where the 644 people are living right now. Silly McNilly. Love you, King Lifer. Thank you so much. Strong Island, baby. We got people from Strong Island with the blockchain brawler. We got Ireland. We got Ghana. Wow, all the way from Ghana. We got the Netherlands. We got Spain. We got Japan. We got Texas. We got Ghana again. We got Canada, India, Winnipeg. Wow. We got Huntington Beach. We got Kenya. We got Serbia. We got Nigeria, the Maldives, the Netherlands. Wow, we are a worldly group of people. St. Croix, Oman, Toronto. Oh my gosh, India, Slovenia, Montreal, Mars, London, Philippines, BC, Canada, okay, UK, DMV, baby. Wow, he's sitting in the DMV right now. South Florida, Colombia, India, Lithuania, France, from St. Louis, but my heart is in Jamaica. Shout out to Gregory the Sniper in the house. Shout out to Laura Flippin' Jackson. San Diego, Germany, Niagara, Jersey Shore, baby. All the way from the Jersey Shore. Southern California, South Africa, my man. Shout out to Duchies represent my man. Shout out to Burlington, Ontario. Wow, we got Burlington, Vermont. We got Burlington, Massachusetts. We might even have a Burlington, New Hampshire. You never know. Columbia, New Hampshire, North Carolina. My father's private part. Strange. Isle of Wight. The Isle of Wight. No, why? Wow. Newport, Indonesia. Shaking my head. Shout out to East Jordan. Why are you shaking your head? Iowa. Smash the like. Saudi. Report Poland. Saudi. Trinity Alps. Scotty Swing. And India. The market opened at 8:30. Look at this guy. You're gone. You are gone. Remove. Yeah. I don't like any negative people. I keep it as positive as I can. Anytime there's a negative person in my life, I remove them immediately. Okay. Someone joined my trading group recently and then made a side group and then started inviting people through my Discord. I find that really strange and weird. I've never done that to somebody. I find that extremely disrespectful to go into someone's house. I built a Discord, spent tons of money, put tons of resources, put my whole life and soul into it. And then you come in and, and I don't mind people kind of conversing with themselves. I am not, I'm not a communication like controller. But don't go in my room and then start rooms behind my back. It's really weird. Anyway, I just want to make that public. If you do that, you will be removed from my Discord immediately without any questions asked, and read the fine print that's in there when you start the trading group. You cannot start your group and then add people to your group behind my back. And if you tend to be loyal and you love me, then why would you join my trading group and do that? That shows dis-ease in your brain. It shows there's something wrong with you because you're like, oh, I like this guy. I want to join him. but then I want to circumvent what he's doing, and then I want to do things behind his back. It shows that you might need to go to therapy. It really does, because your mind wants to do one thing and then you're doing another. So you're in a state of dis-ease. That's also going to cause emotional distress. You don't want to act like that. You want to stay with the frequency that you live on. Like if you believe your frequency is going to go one way, then you want to go that way. You know what I mean? You don't want to like think one thing and then act another thing. You'll confuse yourself and your consciousness. You'll end up kind of in a bad state. So don't do that stuff, okay? Trust me. I'm here for you. You don't got to do stuff like that, all right? So I just want to make that really clear. We love you, and I'm here for you. You don't have to try to go to another room behind my back. You know what I mean? And if you're doing that, there's something weird with you, okay? Something strange. Lifer Wall, bro. Chill, man. Chill, man? Who is that telling me to chill? You're out, too. Goodbye. Remove. Yep. I have no problem getting rid of negative people in my life. It's the simplest way to stay positive is to remove negativity as fast as humanly possible. Negative people will try to they'll try to manipulate you. They'll mess with your brain. They'll try to make you think certain things that are not real. All right? So don't get caught up in the sauce. I agree. Send in your super chats for I mean, people would do things they would never do to my face. You know what I mean? I am a man of integrity and respect, and I demand it as such. So let's keep it moving. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 700 people on the live, 298 people. And it's sad for those people because they never get to become a lifer now. They shorted themselves of a beautiful education. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You know, especially if you were that already in the mix, you know. Yep. Shout out to everybody here. Okay. Music's about to start. Why is it? There you go. I like this track too. So Bitcoin on the 7-minute is in a falling wedge. Slight bullish divergence here on the 7-minute time frame. As you can see, a swing up on the R side. I got to find out where that's coming from. Hold on. I have this the like button, right? I think that's coming from the like button. Yeah, I think you left, like, Porter, I think in that like, there's like, inside of the like button that you gave me, I could be wrong, maybe not. Yeah, where are those booms coming from? Anyway, I'm hearing booms in the background. Just cleaned house, I know. So look, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. That is bullish divergence on the 7-minute time frame. Can we get a V-shaped recovery back to the upside? We're taking a look at ES1, which held 4,000. You know, resistance right here. Resistance becomes previous support. Now, this was a rising wedge. Rising wedges do break down 68% of the time. You were overbought on the 1 hour. You were overbought on the 5 hour, on the 4 hour, the 5 hour. You were overbought on multiple time frames here on the S&P. You see what I'm saying? It was you know, and you were in a rising wedge, likely to break to the downside. You were fighting this POC. You couldn't get above it. If you can't get above a POC, where do you end up? Back at the next low volume, high volume node, or you're hitting this node here, but you're likely to probably come to 3981 based on the next big liquidity zone. We're trying to fight this move back to the upside. I would like to see a V-shaped recovery. What is that? It means we just kind of end up back up here to the upside. Do we bake in the CPI data? We kind of knew they were going to go to 0.75. This is the idea. They're going to go to 1 point. The hawkishness of the data pushes them to go to another level. So annual inflation rate in the U.S. Eased for a second straight month to 8.3% in August from 8.5 in July. It's the lowest reading in 4 months, above market forecasts of 8.1. The energy index increased 23.8, though, below 32.9 in July. But food inflation rose 11.4%, the largest 12-month increase since the period ending in May of 1979. Yeah, is that in this track? So I don't know what that boom is. I'm going to have to figure it out. Where is the boom coming from? I don't know. I was adding a bunch of stuff today, so I'm like, where is that boom coming from? Anyway, the UPIC did, it was 29.16%. So look, I mean, food going up 11.4%. And that's what's affecting most people, right, is the food. So when you look at that, you're like, well, they're going to be hawkish. So the Fed could be putting up to 1 basis point. If the Fed goes to 1 basis point, everybody, that's going to be trouble for the markets. That's going to be trouble for the stock. That's going to be trouble for Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin long or short right now. Honestly, I like to wait for the dust to settle here. So look, we have a resistance point here at about 21,200. That's going to be an area we had to get above. And again, if Bitcoin, here's the deal. This is what I do. I look at my next resistance point, 21,005. So we want to see Bitcoin crawl back up. If it can't get above that zone, look for more downside to the downside. That will make an M pattern here, and that will likely dump you to the next lower liquidity zone. So this is something that I'm looking at. This is things that I'm going over, right? So one step at a time, like very oversold to the 7-minute time frame, would likely come back down to the downside. You see what I'm saying? 100% I'm shorting, targeting 18 to 19K. 20K is support. He means 100 basis points. Yeah, 100 basis points, 0.75. But no, it's not. It's 0.75. So it comes to 1 basis point. It's not 100 basis points. 0.75. 75 basis points. A basis point, they take a point. It's come from a decimal. It's a 0.75 basis point of a percentage. It's 1% of a CPI move. Beginner's course every Tuesday. You know what I mean? What is BOOKMAP saying? We got BOOKMAP loaded up and ready to go for you. Massive liquidations for BOOKMAP, all right? And we still see that we have a few more orders to fill down here. 20,750 is BOOKMAP saying we're going lower. We want more. We got more liquidity down here than up here. They want to come down here and eat this liquidity up for sure. A lot of people are starting to long now, right? They start to long too early, and they go and get those people first. So you don't want to be the first one to the party. You want to watch. It's very similar to like the first animal that comes out and starts eating at the stream. The lion usually goes and eats that animal, you know what I'm saying? And then everyone's like, ooh. So like you don't want to be the first one out of the woods. You want to kind of wait. So like right now, everyone's in the woods waiting. The first traders are going to start longing right now. They're probably the first people to get locked and liquidated. See what I'm saying? So also the 7-minute is overbought right now, and we're not making a higher high. Likely to continue to dump to the downside. I'm looking at 20,777 as my next area of contention. So I'm looking for this to likely drop to the downside. If we break up, I'm looking for a move. But look, the high stochastics here are telling me it's likely we break to the downside. All right. Okay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Mordor. Yeah, it is like Mordor for sure. I just saw Lord of the Rings for the first time. I had never seen the trilogy. Watched it with my daughter. We had a blast. It was awesome. Yeah, I was late to the party. I've been in the charts for 5 years. So, and I know it came out 20 years ago, but I just never really looked at it. Bitcoin to reach 18K. We're going to take a look at the big levels, and we're going to talk about it. Right now, we're watching the 7-minute, which is likely to dump now to the downside here. So look, if I did have to make a play, and look, also you're in a flag here, and this is going to follow. The S&P is going to follow this to the downside. That's just what's going to happen. S&P 7-minute. Yeah, that's trying to bounce back up, though, which is interesting. They're kind of juxtaposed right now. This is now resistance for Bitcoin at 21,500. If you can't get a candle on the daily or the 4-hour to close above this zone, I would continue to short the market. So this is now your big resistance point. It's very simple. You make resistance points. If you can't get above them, you short the market. I mean, we had resistance here, 22,800. And I kept talking about that, right? 22.8, 22.8. How many people realize that I talk about the 8s? It's 20,000, it's 20,005, it's 20,800. It's 21,000, 21,005, 21,800. It's 22,800. It's 23,800. How many times have we dealt with the 800 level as a serious, significant support and resistance point? Many, many times. Many, many times. So, and everyone, if you're just coming into the live stream, I'll be on BitBoy today at about 11:30 to 11:45. I will have to cut the stream early. 11:15, we're out of here today, so it's a quicker stream, faster than normal. All right, how do I contact you for advice opportunity? What does that mean? Oh, if you want to work with us, if you want to do something with the channel, if you want to add something, if you want to, you believe you have a skill that I need. If you have a skill that you believe I need, email CryptoLifers@gmail with an S, CryptoLifers@gmail to jump on in. You are in a crypto voice channel right now. Really? How? Doesn't say I am. Where? Look. I'm in a voice channel? How? I don't see one. Oh, right there, number 99, right? connected. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. You got workstation GPU. Love it, baby. Yeah, baby. Thank you. I think Clinton wants your advice on making a position. Nah, never. My skill is I wear a light gray sweatpants, if you know what I mean. I have no idea what that means. Lifer said short if we lose 22,800. He was right. Faha foha. Hey, man, thank you for saying that. I appreciate you calling me out. You're the man, dude. See what happens when you have too much desktop power? You keep everything open. I know, right? If you say all kinds of numbers multiple times, then yeah, you're always right. I don't say multiple numbers multiple times. I'm very, very consistent over and over again, actually, and I stick on it. I shouldn't listen to the herbs and the trolls. Have you seen new Luna? Yes, it's been interesting, you know. So look, we're watching Bitcoin here, 21,175, and here we are again with this bear market has been some of the toughest trading days of my life. We also want to look and see whether the strong coins right now, HBAR up 1.3%. So you may want to trade HBAR. We'll look at that. That's what I like to do. ApeCoin, too, not losing as much. ApeCoin and HBAR, eCash and Hollow, not banging on you as bad. If you go to the last hour, Terra Luna is actually up 6%. Terra Classics up 5%. Raven is up. Chiliz is up. And Quant. We were trading Raven. We were trading Terra. These are the coins we've been trading for the last few days. And Terra Classic. These are the hot coins. eCash. So you want to look for the last 7 days. Look, Terra is still up 114%. On the move. Golem has been hot recently. Holochain, the Graph protocol. Synthetics on the radar. I own a lot of these long term, believing they're going to come out into fruition later on. Okay. Liquidity dries up at the vector. Yes, it does. The vector candle. Liquidity dries up at the vector candle. So do we go lower? Do we break 21,000 is the question. You know what? I'm going to have to zoom out and boom out to look at that. I'm looking at Marathon Digital. They basically mine Bitcoin for, on the stock market. This is how you get basically leverage on Bitcoin on the stock market. If you look at the daily on the Williams, it's attempting to make a pretty big move to the upside. However, the Williams can't hang out. Are we going to hang out? For Mara. In my humble opinion, Mara broke out of the falling wedge, came out making another tight channel. But look, it's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. If Bitcoin can't pump, then Mara will not pump. So something to look at. That's our new indicator that we're working on. I'm still, whatever, I keep to myself, still just figuring out the best way to implement it and to who and to how and to when. But I guess we'll get there. God will show me the way when it's needed. We'll look at Bitcoin USD here on the all-time history index, and we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look at what we see happening. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. If you were in the trading group, one thing I do mention, and I kept going over many, many times, was the strong bearish divergence here that was forming for Bitcoin. And when you have bearish divergence, you're likely to get a bit of a drop to the downside. Now, that was a violent drop, and some say manipulation with the markets, but it really is what it is. I mean, the dollar pumped to the upside. We're going to take a look at the DXY, and we're going to show you. Do you hold any KuCoin shares? I did. I bought them at $1. I sold them at 18. So I made so much money on them. I kind of did my thing. You know what I mean? I always hold them, though, to get the lower fees. So, yes, I hold them to get lower fees on KuCoin. Now, this is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Even last night, even yesterday, if you were watching my trading group, I was bearish because I said, there's a shoulder, there's a head, do we make a right shoulder, right? And I was projecting a right shoulder the whole time. Remember this? I had this drawn yesterday, and we were watching it play out. Actually, no, this was it here. And the right shoulder was this secondary side. And if you go, then we made a higher high, but we got rejected by 22,800. If the bulls couldn't close a 4-hour candle above 22,800, short the market. I said it till I was blue in the face. Now, we're very oversold in the 4-hour. And interesting, the stochastics were moving up while the price is moving up while the stochastics were moving down. That's an anomaly that you normally do not see at all. All right. So let's talk about it. What is this indicator on the right? This is the VRVP. It's showing me where the liquidity lies for Bitcoin. Normally, when you break a POC here or a high volume node, you come down here. So it's likely we come to this gap area fill. Another thing that I kept discussing so many times was the daily chart. All right. And I talked about how, in my humble opinion, we were at a resistance point that we weren't breaking. So I wasn't that bullish on Bitcoin's idea because look, resistance, resistance, resistance. We were unable to break above the zone here. You see it? We were unable to break above the zone. I made a Bitcoin update last night. I said if Bitcoin can't get above 22,800, short the market. Now, they barely gave us a chance. It was so fast. So I could definitely, even I missed the move. I'm not going to tell you I got that short. Too violent, too fast. Right as my morning update began, like too violent, too fast. You know, you can't catch if you think you're going to catch every single move, you're going to beat yourself up for all the moves that you missed. Plan out your trades. Be patient. You know, I think the person that trades 5 to 7 trades a month usually makes more money than the person that trades 20 to 30 trades a month. The more you trade does not mean you're going to make more money. Now, you can watch the market more, but don't overtrade yourself to zero. You know what I'm saying? Overtrading is the key, is the reason, the number one reason most traders leave the market. They overtrade themselves to absolute zero. All right. So look, I've talked about this many times. I went over this in my channel if you were watching me. And look, it's also simple stuff. If you didn't even know what the VPVR was and all you knew was your support or resistance, right here, look, that's a bounce off support. You came back to resistance. Previous support becomes new resistance. That was support right there, 22,000, 6 Cs, 22,700, 800 area. We couldn't get above it, short the market. And also, for a dip, it's not that bad of a dip. You know what I mean? It could have been worse, all right? It could have been worse. Also, what I don't like is low, high, higher low, lower high. See, now you're forming a bit of a lower high, and that is a downtrend. So once you form a lower high, kind of assume that you're going to make a lower low. You know what I mean? And then another lower high and then a lower low, and that is a downtrend. And that is called trend analysis. If you don't understand what trend analysis is, please jump into my trading group. We will teach you so much so fast. For $99 a month, you'll have access to all of this Discord that I built. It's unreal. And you also have the learning library where I put all my information in here for free. So other people have a course and they charge you for courses. I don't do that. I just give you free information every single day. I update you. I keep you going. And there's so much to understand. Look at this. Trading triangle patterns. How to do a breakout. Converging trend line. Also, I want to talk about this. If you're only trading patterns, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. People who are just teaching you how to trade patterns are great. I'm a pattern trader. But as you can see, I use the order book. All right. I use liquidations and I see market manipulation. I understand what a bear trap is, what a bull trap is. You can't just use traditional pattern trading and get around this market. You must understand what market manipulation is. You must understand what liquidity order books are. You must get deeper into your science. Okay. If you're not doing that, you're going to do yourself a bit of a disservice. Many times my oscillators work 80% of the time. But what about the other 20 when they get pinned? What about the other time where there's big money to be made, but they're manipulating the market? And you can get in there if you can see them liquidating the longs, liquidating the shorts, and you can find yourself in that pocket and be able to make money. So I agree, some of these ads I'm seeing, pattern trading is great at the beginning, but you need to know more about liquidity, all right? Depth of market data. If you've watched the order book as Bitcoin approaches support or resistance line, you should. Exactly. I like what he's just saying, right? And go to v3agger. This is free, everybody. This is free, and you can get a free Bitcoin 10-second chart, okay? And look at, these are people getting liquidated right here. 185 liquidated, 185,000 liquidated right there. These are all people got wrecked down here. 40,000 liquidations, 48,000, 46,000. These people are getting, and it shows you what exchange they're getting liquidated on. FTX, Binance. These are buys and sells now. These are people getting in, people selling. These are liquidations, okay? Market is in shambles right now, for sure. Now, S&P held 4,000. If the S&P can hold 4,000, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Likely to come back down a little lower, though, to this high liquidity zone at 39.87. All right. And there's the dump beginning here to the downside of the 7-minute time frame. You can see the 7-minute wants to dump on you. So you would switch quick to a short. Bitcoin 3S, fast and furious. That wasn't fast and furious, right? And see, I got this short played out here. Look at the daily on the Bitcoin short here. Suddenly, there's a possible entry here. Could we go up 300% shorting Bitcoin? There's some possibilities. I don't like the 3-day. I bet the 3-day is about to dump on you. See that? Bitcoin's 3-day actually looks pretty sharp, which is interesting. All right. So now we flip quick to the 7 because you want to trade the opposite time frame. And this should start to pump right now out of this rising wedge, just like Bitcoin's going to pump out of the falling wedge. And look, if you put this upside down, that's what we just saw for Bitcoin. So this is how you trade Bitcoin. About to dump. And bam. And this is how you were able to manipulate the market, take it for your advantage, and scalp maybe possibly 3 to 10% in the next 10 to 20 minutes out of the market. All right? But you got to think clearly. And I've done this for a living, so I know exactly when to do it. When this first happened, you think I knew exactly how to do that? No, that took skills. Oh, I'm going to flip Bitcoin. Flipcoin's going to go long. First, I have to know what to do with Bitcoin. I have to put it in this channel. I have to find my measured move. I have to see what I see happening. Once I'm cool with that, right? I then find the opposite inverse asset. I flip to that, and then we bang on them to the upside, baby. Bang, bang, bang. You won't see this anywhere else on any other channel. They'll show you what they thought last night. They'll show you what they thought this morning, but they will not react to the market instantly in time. You will not see this anywhere else on YouTube. I'm telling you right now, this channel is blowing up. We're on fire, especially in the nasty days, because we're there for people. We understand what's happening. We don't freak out. We stay calm, cool, and collected every single time, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I love you. You're awesome. Each and every one of you who support me, you're amazing. Shout out to the $7 super chat. Appreciate you. Sam, you're always on point. Thanks again. You are teaching me patience in the markets on days like today. God bless you and the fam. Can't wait to meet up in Toronto. Might need a babysitter. Shout out to Trevor TA, man. I love Trevor TVA, man. I love you, Trevor. And the amount of beautiful people in my life are amazing. You guys outshine any backstabbing, strange people that come into my life or come into my groups and try to invite people to other groups. Strange behavior. Who comes into someone's group and tries to steal your people? Shady people. You know what I mean? Weird people. People who are in a state of dis-ease. Why would you join a group and then try to circumvent? That means you're circumventing yourself. I worry about that. That person needs therapy immediately. So smash that like button, everybody. 931 people watching. Bang, bang, bang. So look, short's likely to play out here to the upside. You know what I mean? Short is likely to play up to the upside for a quick 10 pickets. All right? We'll watch that in a second. Dip, the dip, dip. And follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I would greatly appreciate it. And again, I'm going to be on BitBoy today, 11:30 to 11:45. I'm going to cut the stream today at about 11:10, 11:15. You're going to see me jump on out. So remember that. Stream is cut short early today. All right. Now we're going to jump into the world markets. We're going to look at the S&P. So right now, I got Bitcoin likely to make a bit of a short. Hopefully, it can hold 21,000. Nothing is guaranteed in trading. Just because I showed you there's a probability of a short does not mean the short will play out. It's just the likely probability. I mean, there you go. We're already halfway there. Okay? Come on now. BS, this should start to pump. If it doesn't pump, they're acting shady with the leverage. Look at that. So we got halfway there to 21 attempting to hold. Not a really strong bearish divvy as this is starting to kind of turn down too as well. And again, you lost POCs. And this is just a measured move. And honestly, you could even say, hey, there's a bigger measured move at play here. We may go even lower. That's the conservative one. 20,000 even. Imagine 20,300. Remember 20,300? Remember how much we stuck on that level? Oh my gosh. And honestly, that short of 22K is still in the money that we made a long time ago. That $22,000 short. The 22. Hold up. Actually, hold on. No, it's not true. I was about to say. Yeah. 19,005, 18. Yeah, sorry. I was about to say, I didn't realize we went all the way to 22,800. I was like, yeah, so that short's not in the money. Sorry. Misspoke. I'm like out of my mind talking too fast. Now I feel like a clown. But look, right here. I opened up a short here. $22,000. Let's see. I just want to talk about it because in my lifetime, I'm usually a lot more sketched out by the shorts, and this was one of the easier shorts I've ever played, you know? I had a mentor for years. He taught me about support and resistance, just like you're getting taught. I'm not going to ever say that I didn't have a mentor, that I wasn't taught. What, I just learned this out of nowhere? No, wait. And he kept saying, Sam, if you can't break above this area, short the market. He kept teaching me about support or resistance. He kept saying, watch. This was years ago. So here I am, little Sammy, after years of working, and I said, man, if we can't get above the zone, short the market. And when we got that high on the 4-hour time frame, bam, bam, bam. That was just one of the most beautiful shorts that I ever called or made in my whole entire life. You know what I mean? And to me, it was so obvious. And the stop loss at 22,000, and you could enter the short at about 21,800 was absolutely amazing. So pretty nuts. All right, let's get back. Short starting to play out to the upside as suggested. And again, this is the probability, so it should be starting to show me some love here. However, we are getting a little high. I would love to see Bitcoin not break 21K. That would be nice. This one's messy. That one. Wow, you people are really weird. There's a lot of weird haters in the world. He said that's one messy chart, right? It's funny. But he obviously didn't watch my channel from a long time ago. You know what I mean? So, and anyway, who cares? I don't have to listen to the haters. I have so many people that love me. So I just listen to the lovers, man. And I stay with the love. As you continue to grow, think about celebrities. They get hated on left and right, but they remember the people that care about them and love them. So you got to just, when you get into the public eye, I'm learning too, because I'm getting attacked left and right. Twitter, trolls, so many people decide they could just say whatever, do whatever to you. And, you know, it's, where's the bomb coming from? See, I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, there it is. I saw it. Subscriber level bomb. I just saw it. I think I just saw it. It's weird. I saw it. I think it's attached. I think you guys attached an effect to one of the videos you sent me somehow in the background. Anyway, let's move on. So look, Bitcoin up to 10.95%, right? That's the idea here. That's what we're looking at. Yeah, you did freeze me up. How dare you? Mods, don't let people freeze me up, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the go-to channel when Bitcoin's in complete carnage. This is the go-to channel because I'm here every single day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. No matter what happens, these other people get freaked out. They lose money. They get depressed. They don't look good in the morning. They can't show up when they get rocked and wrecked. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP and see what's happened at BOOKMAP. And we're continuing to go lower. The liquidity is continuing to add. 20,500 is likely to be a target. 20,500 is the likely target here for BTC. All right. What is this log button? Okay, sorry. Now, I also like to see the BOOKMAP data. What I like about this is consolidated, amalgamated data. It's from OKX, Bybit Futures, and Binance Futures. So you got it all. I mean, we know that's the biggest market data. And we got 20,005, 20,006 area 2 with the liquidity to the zone. We got Binance Futures wanting to pull us down to 20,500 here. Look at that. So more liquidity down here as we continue to go lower. Guys, who added? What is that? Like, what is that? Could take a look at Adam, Sam. No excuses. See, I'm worried that's going to go on there in the Big Boy show. I'm like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, what the heck is that? Banners and socials. So weird. Who added a bomb? Anyone added a bomb to anything that I know about? Anyway, so Bitcoin's likely to head to the downside. The short's likely to play out. I already told you what I believe is going to happen for a quick 9% gain. So you do whatever makes you happy. I'm calling a short to the upside here, you know, for a nice 9%. We'll go from there. Once we hit that level, we'll go from there. That's Bitcoin dumping out of that flag, out of that 7-minute flag. All right. All right. Now, let's look at the bigger time frames. Everyone wants to know what's going on, where we're going, what may be happening. All right. What's up with the sound here? What's going on here? All right. I'm going to look at the all-time history index for Bitcoin. That makes it very easy. Look, we talked about this line not being able to get above the zone. Last night I sat here with Bitcoin. I was like, what can I say? Like, what kind of update? What am I going to say? I looked at it for like an hour or two. And I finally said if Bitcoin can't close a candle above 22,800, I would short the market. And that's kind of exactly that was the best thing I could have said, honestly, in my humble opinion. So now I want to look at the daily. I want to look at bigger time frames. And I want to see what's happening. First, I'm going to look at the whole space because I want to look at the liquidity zones. So you can see we have this huge area here where it's like, it's just screaming. There's so many buys. There's some sells there too from before. I don't know why. Why would you sell down there? But sorry. So you can see there's huge liquidity down here. A lot of liquidity that we're likely to head to. Sketches me out. And this is just what I teach. When you break a high volume node, you're likely. So we keep this double bottom. We've been holding. And I'm not saying we're going lower, like all the way past, we're not going past 17K, but I'm just saying anything is possible. I'm open-minded. I don't say 10K is guaranteed. I don't say 100K is guaranteed. I don't do anything of that nature. I take it one step at a time. Completely. One step at a time. All right. And there's the short struggling. It should be paying us way more than this. Come on, baby. Come on. It's weird. It didn't really get the punch, in my humble opinion. Now Bitcoin's starting to kind of get a bit of a move back up to the upside. It's interesting. Let's look at the daily. Resistance. I mean, your next, like, this is like Garrick Soloway stuff, and anyone who just trades, all you have to do is go by the next resistance. You have nothing else. Bitcoin breaks 17. It's heading all the way back down to that 13,000 area. I mean, that's just very likely. Is that guaranteed to happen? There's no guarantees in trading. I just want to make that really clear. Nothing is guaranteed. One thing I will say is once you gap far away, when the 21 and the 200 get far away like this, especially if you're on your way up, that's likely a dump to the downside. Look, if you look at this is a head and shoulder pattern. Like if you flip this upside down, that looks like it's going to dump to the downside, doesn't it? Measured move would take you the length of the head to the neckline, and that would dump you down here. Now, no one is going to flip the chart upside down for you today. I guarantee, maybe somebody will, but I'm pretty sure they won't. Could Bitcoin do the damage here? Could Bitcoin break out of this inverted head and shoulder to the side? This is insane. Could it be in a falling wedge that it broke back into, and is going to break to the upside, bouncing off this liquidity, heading all the way back up to $39,000. See? Very interesting. The daily still has this strong divergence that I've talked about before, right? Right here. It's not perfect divergence, but you had a swing down, a swing down. That is not as sharp as a swing down, okay? That is a bullish divergence right there. Even though they're not perfect. It's a Class C bullish divergence. So looking at Bitcoin. Back above 21K. How interesting is that? Short squeeze, and we want to look, is the S&P going to bounce on this bullish divergence? Can the bullish divergence kick us in? Interesting. To me, the daily's overbought, which worries me here. You see? And that's why, to me, it's all about support and resistance. So now I say this. No matter what happens today, and no matter what Bitcoin does, we all know we have resistance at 22,800. So if we move back up again today, or we get a V-shaped recovery of any type, and then what you want to do is you want to set your next level of resistance, which is right here, right? And there's a POC right at that same place. So if Bitcoin can't close a candle above 21,005, in my humble opinion, I would expect more downside. It's simple as that. So we may get a bit of a bounce back up after the major downplay. But if you can't close a candle above 21,500, I would expect more downside. It's that simple. So you look at all your probabilities, and you say this could happen, that could happen. Then you look at your support or resistance, and then you only play if you get above or below a support or resistance. It's simple as that. You get what I'm saying? You don't force it. Screenshot option, day trading, also share option. Discord me. I found this stream last July when I saw his stochastics alerts. I was hooked on his thought process. Shout out to Gregory Sniper, man. I love you. You helped me with the alert system, didn't you? I feel like you were the one to help me do it. I feel like you said put an alert there. I don't know. I feel like, Gregory, you had something to do with it. Someone on the live said check the 15-minute one day, and my system was created on the live stream. It really was. It was created by each and every one of you showing up together. We created it together. We really did. We created a beautiful family of crypto lifers, and together we made an amazing system of trading the market. So Hey, thank you for showing up every day. I showed up every day together. We're going to change the world, everyone. Each and every one of us are going to change the world. I'm telling you right now. 4 years from now, everyone is going to be far more wealthy if you stay in cryptocurrency, in my humble opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. As you can see below, nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. See top right of your chart, the camera icon, day trading. Yeah, you hit this right here. Instead of taking a screenshot, always click on this. It's going to give you 3 options. Click the middle one. Copy link to chart. There's my Aergo alert. Aergo is seeming to be one of the hotter coins for the day, as it didn't dump as bad as the rest of the markets. Are we retesting now? Trying to get back inside the pattern. That is a retest on the 5 and the 1 minute time frame. Look, you broke out your retesting for a punch back to the upside possible. You could also just include it back inside the shape here. It is a rising wedge. They break down 68% of the time. You're getting overbought on the one. I mean, this short a little played out already, in my humble opinion, too, right? I mean, if you didn't catch the short as it happened, you're a little late to the party. We're trying to scalp a 7 minute, but to me, see, that's the thing. I'm not late. I'm not trading this. I want to make it really clear. I'm not opening trades right now. I don't do that. I don't open trades immediately. I watch the market for the day. I want to see what happens. I want to see where the market settles. I want to see where Bitcoin finds support or resistance. Then I want to trade altcoins based on that theory. So I don't jump immediately, and I don't do any impulsive moves. Impulsivity is the key to losing your entire portfolio. I've done it many times. I've traded patiently for 3-4 months. Lost it all getting impulsive for 3 to 4 days. I've ruined months of good trading in a couple days. And that's why I tell everybody, you're this close to disappearing every single moment in trading. People don't realize how close they are to losing it all every single moment if they don't stay patient, if they don't hone in, if they don't begin to build some type of trading system. You must have a system that you go by. You say, I do this when that happens. I do that when this happens. If you do not have something like that, you'll be burned so bad. I could sit here and talk about the charts and show you charts all day long. And I could also sit here and just talk like this about all the different market things that I've gone through, about all the ups and downs, about the emotions. And you could gain knowledge no matter what. I try to do both and throw you some life lessons while I'm also showing you the chats. It is what it is. So look, now I'm seeing a rising wedge that wants to break to the downside with rejection. It's interesting. Couldn't get above the zone. It's a good sign for Bitcoin. We may, and that's why you look at the short, because the short's gonna, if the short's struggling, it's gonna tell you, well, Bitcoin may actually get some support here at 21,000. And there you have it. I mean, you do see the support zone right there. You've bounced right there. You've bounced right there. You've bounced right there. And you're bouncing here again. This level has been significant. However, it's usually likely you come down to this low volume node when you break another one. 19,800 area. So I'm still not pulling that off the table that we go to 19.8. And this was a hard rejection. And this is a daily chart. All right, 4 hour has reset already, and a 4 hour is a strong time frame. So it's interesting. It's giving me V-shaped recovery vibes. Like, does the 4 hour just, and do we just kind of go on our way again as if it never happened? It's giving me those vibes, but there's no guarantees. But usually when you have such a crazy bottom, we work our way back up. Crazy dump, we work our way back up. Crazy dump, we work our way back up. Crazy dump, we worked our way back up. Every single time. It's not every time, but most of the time. This was a substantial dumpage, though, for sure. So here's the deal. Bitcoin must hold 21,000 to remain bullish. Clear as day. And you can see resistance, resistance, resistance. I mean, I bring it a little lower, but 21K even. I like 20,800 is really the level, though. It's kind of where we bounced, too. We bounced off of 20,823. The 800s have been substantial. This is just a far green candle, and that's why the only way you can see where price is going is by watching the 7-minute time frame. 7-minute did just establish a strong bullish divergence. Very strong. And 7-minute divergence many times has helped Bitcoin pump to the upside. So the divergence will play out. You will pump. Can you get above resistance is the question. 21,005. So here's my deal. Now I know what's up. Bitcoin's going to come. Do some stuff. Comes up again. If I see a 4 hour or a 1 hour, basically a 4 hour, I see the 4 hour come all the way back up. And Bitcoin's unable to get back above that level that we just showed you here. Right here, right? I would short that. So I'd be shorting 21,005 or maybe even like if we pump up 21,650 area, I'd be looking to short that. So remember, write it down. Pay attention. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at, what I'm thinking about. Okay? Likely to short the market there at 21,500 if we can't get above it. This bullish divergence should push us back to the upside. It should give us a move. Divergence is strong. Whenever you see it, when's the last time we saw it? Look, you haven't seen it, you hadn't seen it, you haven't seen it. Let me show you the last time we saw a substantial 7-minute divergence. It was right here. See that? And we were close to the dotted line. You don't really see it that much. You know, you don't see a strong one like that's pointing up. And here we are again, below the dotted line. When's the last time the 7-minute was this low? Right here. See? And there was 7-minute divergence there too as well, with a sharp swing to the upside, to the downside. So 7-minute divergence has shown to be some type of a bottom, even on the longer term ideas. Do we long Bitcoin at 21K here with balls of steel? It's interesting. Ride that 4-hour back to the upside. It's an aggressive move right now. The divergence suggests that it may be a good long, but it's an aggressive move. I'm not jumping on anything right now. I'm waiting patiently. I'm not forcing a trade. You know what I mean? There's no reason to force a trade at the moment. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. I appreciate you, everyone. I'm going to be on BitBoy today. And also, just one thing I want to say. Just be nice and polite if you go on BitBoy's channel. There's just been words around the internet that me and my lifers are we're a little savage. We're a little hardcore. I just want everyone to be nice and polite. No plus ones. Just say, hey, love you. Just be nice. You know what I mean? Let's not bombard the chat. You know, you can say things. I mean, I don't want to say not bombard the chat. Say what you love. Support me, please, by all means. But let's just, I don't know. I guess because we're so passionate and amazing, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but hey, I got a passionate following. People love me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I can't help that. You know what I mean? What am I supposed to do about that? I'm supposed to apologize for my passionate group of people that love the channel and love the energy. But, you know, where was that? See, where was that? Where is that coming from? I would love to know. It's one of my it's one of the videos that I have that's doing a loop. It's one of the loop videos that I changed the alert box, banner socials. Like these, actually. Like, could this be... Yeah, because this is a loop local file. Could this have something on it? Interesting. Almost want to take that down to see if it changes. Anyway, so bullish divergence to the 7-minute. Can we pop? Looks like we can, but then, and that's also a falling wedge that breaks up 68% of the time, right? With a measured move, the length of the wedge to the upside. Likely to get rejected by 21,500, though, is the idea here. So 7-minute pops back up. You get resistance here. That's going to be a nice short to the downside. All right. We do see some V-shaped recovery vibes, though. We're already trying to break it back up. Let's look at ES1. ES1's still falling off, too, inside of the flag here. Why am I looking at the stock market? Because whatever ES1 does is going to affect Bitcoin greatly. All right. It's going to affect Bitcoin greatly. I got to look at the dollar index, too, before we jump on out of here for the day. Let's look at the DXY. MyRob, 1306. Let's look at the DXY here. Look at that bounce now on the short now. Starting to hang out. It's weird. Indecision. Right now, anyone who's jumping in and around, they're going to liquidate either way. It's not a good time to jump in the market because the market maker's wondering which way he wants to go now. He's waiting to see how many people jump in one or jump in another. You know what I mean? Maybe it's an alert that's coming with that alert. I would love to know what that is and where it's coming from. Freaks me out because I feel like I have to restart my computer or at least turn off this and bring it back on. And even if I do, it's still going to happen. I don't know where the heck it's coming from. It's freaking me out. I don't need it. Don't need it. Anyway. All right, I'm going to take a look at the DXY now. The dollar index. So look, we've gone over this many, many times and we talk about it a lot. Let's take a look at our 4 hour and our daily. So one thing I discussed, right? And honestly, look, I'll delete everything for the newbies because they're like, that's a lot. I get it. First thing I want to do is look at like a big chart, like a weekly chart for the dollar index. First thing right off the bat. All right. So big, you almost like need a bigger chart than that. Sorry, I keep my marker on sometimes and it draws when I don't want it to. So the dollar index is in this like falling wedge type of situation here. All right. It's weird. I mean, that's it. It retested, bounced off. Then it's got this trend line forming. Look at that. And then it kind of broke this descending triangle, ascending triangle in a way. Interesting. That's the 2-week chart. Now, we talked about this level not breaking and how it was super important that we didn't get above it. Right here. But we did. We blasted right through that. Now, the 2-week chart is attempting, trying to curl, but I mean, it's pointing to the downside. And usually when the 2-week chart starts to dump, I mean, Bitcoin starts to come down. You're very high on the RSI too. The last time there, you struggled down. You're very high on the RSI. Can we be in this bigger channel here? There it was. What was that? Like, where was that? It's weird because I don't even see it on the mixer. Or if I do see it on the mixer, I don't catch it in time. You know? So funny. I'm telling you, one of you guys made a timeline for me and then you left sound effects at the end. I could be wrong. Could be me. But it seems like you left sound effects at the end and now that thing loops and I just hear boom. But who knows? I don't know. It's so weird. This happened to me like 2 or 3 times on the stream before too. It happened like a year ago though. It had been a while. And it was a completely different computer, so I know it's OBS for sure. So that's the bigger picture for the dollar index. And then you have heavy resistance at 120. And that's what everyone's saying. Like, you're going to get all the way to 120. I mean, you really are, because you broke this resistance here. You're likely to head to your next spot. I mean, you're on your way to 120. It's not a good sign for Bitcoin if this continues to go to the upside. Okay. Weekly chart still has somewhat momentum, but it is bending there. See that? It's starting to show that it may not be able to get above that high. So let's break it down. Bearish divergence on the weekly. I mean, that's a big deal. Swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. When you have bearish divergence on the weekly chart, you're likely to make a massive dump to the downside. You also have a head and shoulder here that I keep showing and I keep talking about. So fine, the daily could do whatever it wants. The daily, so the daily could do this. Remember, these are 7 days. Come on down, come back up, and then still dump to the downside. But that's bearish to me. That's bearish divvy. Doesn't look healthy to me. That's the dollar index. Does not look healthy to me. Now, the daily looks unreal, like it wants to fly to the upside. 4 hours probably overbought because Bitcoin's oversold. It is, and you're not above resistance. So here, you got to take your time frames one step at a time. Also, what I see here is this. I got a shoulder, a head, and a possible right shoulder here too that could break us to the downside. All right. So here's our heavy resistance for the dollar on the 4 hour time frame. Can we not get above 109.65? It would be nice if we do not. If we see this pop above it, that's going to be Bitcoin pushing back down to about the, 20,500, maybe even 19,800 area. So watch out for that. Now, so what I'm looking for here is the dollar index to take a dump right now to the downside. It had a huge pump. You can clearly see CPI data, dollar index was up, huge. Okay. Falling wedge broke to the upside, right? But we're at resistance, heavy resistance, support, bounce. So that's previous resistance, 109.65 area. I'd like to see this start to kind of creep to the downside here. 15-minute overbought, 1 hour overbought, 4 hour getting to the overbought regions, all right? Daily is not. So let's wait out this 1 hour. Suggest that it gets rejected by this. We get a little relief rally or sideways action for Bitcoin. So it's showing me that for the rest of the afternoon, hopefully the carnage is over because the dollar index doesn't have much more to pump, right? Watch this closely though. Just slap this on your own chart. And if you see this go up, And look, I just cleared this, and look how fast I just clean up these charts. You know what I mean? Everyone, I got to get out of here. The boss is coming. She's saying I got to jump out for the show. I'll be on BitBoy later on in about 20 minutes. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I love you. I'm so sorry to cut the show off. We have 956 people, the most we've ever had. Like, I know, we have the most we ever have, and we have to leave the show early. You have to come out and say it live. No, I want the people to see how beautiful my wife is. Why don't you do this for me? You're so sexy and beautiful. Everyone, I love you. I got to jump for the day. I'm going to keep you updated in the trading group. I'm going to go over what we're talking about too. I'm sure me and Ben are going to discuss it. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Catch me today on BitBoy, 11:30 to 11:45. I'd greatly appreciate to see you there. And again, let's be super respectful. Let's be super nice. Let's not bombard the chat. Let's be cool. Let them know that we're the classiest, coolest people on earth. Shout out to every one of you. I love you all. Have a great morning, great afternoon, great day. And I'll see you on the live stream tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm sorry I have to cut the live stream short. But, hey, opportunity calls. And you got to do what you got to do. Everyone, have a great day. I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Be safe. Let me actually fix this now because this is wrong. This is not right. There we go. All right. Get that ready for the live. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My gratitude is my attitude. I appreciate each and every one of you. I wish I could give you more. I wish I could talk about more altcoins. I wish I could show you the market. Right now, we're struggling. You know, this is what the people want. Short is, to me, the short is likely to, oh, man. Bear flag. Wow. So look, we pumped back up in the Stokes, but we didn't make a previous high. This is my system for shorting. So you made a high here, and that's a slanted M. Even though you can't see it, look, that's a slanted M. See how I love teaching? I have to get off the stream, and I can't even do it. That's a slanted M here. I say we head lower. I'm saying 20,500 is the liquidity zone. I'm sticking to the short. 20,500. Oops, sorry. I'm sticking to the short. 20,500. Look, this is a little M pattern here. I'm so sorry I forgot to show you. This is a little mini M that's forming here. Look, the Stokes came up, came back down, came up again. Stokes came back up to the dotted line, but didn't make a previous high. Likely to dump. It is what it is. We do have bullish divergence, though. We're in the middle. I have to make a call. 20,500. I'm going to make a call. Short to 20,500. At that point, see what happens. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever makes you happy. I'm putting my name on that short to 25. I could be wrong. It's okay with that. I'm just going with the probabilities and the stochastics RSI. They're showing me that there's not a lot of bullish strength here, and we can't get above the previous resistance. Bang. Everybody, thank you so much. I love you. Be safe. I'll see you on the next.